Hi, my name is Terry Rice. I'm a journalist with Entrepreneur Magazine and host of the podcast Reclaim in Advance. And this is The Signal, brought to you by Fiverr. But it's not just a video series. It's a modern guide for navigating business complexities designed to steer you towards clarity, growth, and profitability. Today we're talking to Rudy Mawer. Rudy is a serial investor and CEO to multiple brands and manages a staff of over 70. One of those businesses is a marketing capital group with Kevin Harrington, the original shark from the TV show Shark Tank, where he's helped over 50,000 small businesses around the world. Let's jump in. Rudy, how's it going today? Can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, good to be here. I'm Rudy Mawer, known for my famous red brand, celebrity marketer, built a lot of companies. There's about 10 companies past $1 million. This current company, we hit the Inc. 5000, grew to 10 million in less than 3 years. I'm also a TV host and work with a lot of celebrities and build brands with celebrities.
Rudy, I mean, whenever you're building a business, it can be hard to know things are actually working, right? You're grinding every day, you're not seeing any progress. So on your end, I'm wondering, what was the signal for you? Like, what was that moment where you're like, you know what? Things are actually working. Like, this is going to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think the entrepreneur journey, there's always that uncertainty and it's always good and always bad. But I think for me, I'm a big numbers data guy. So for me, the signal is in the data and the numbers. When I start to see, okay, I can scale this. Okay, this is profitable. Okay, this has a good lifetime value with all of our customers or potential. So for me, I'm always, whenever I start businesses or grow businesses, I'm looking at, can I crack the code of acquisition, right? Paid acquisition mostly, and like how to acquire customers. I think marketing and business building gets so overcomplicated, but when you boil it down, it's like, can I acquire customers consistently and then deliver a great product and service, right? So for me, it's always looking at that customer acquisition channel and then working hard to get something going for that. And when I do, then that's when I start to get excited and have that signal.
So when was the first time that happened? Thinking back to your career, the first time
Sure.
you're like, you know what? Looking at the numbers, like, this is actually working. I might be okay here.
Yeah, I was in my mid-20s, straight out of college, in grad school, and I was mastering social media, paid ads, been doing it for a few years. And I finally, I'd launched a couple of products, digital education, info-based products, and I had one that started to take off with Facebook, and I was getting sales consistently, a few every day, and I started to scale it. And then I got to about 5 grand a day in revenue, and even some like big mentors that were millionaires and people that had helped me a little. Well, I couldn't believe how much I was scaling it. So for me, I think that was the first time.
It's amazing. And conversely, I'm sure you had this before where you're talking to a business owner and you can tell things aren't going well. Like, this is not on track for success. What are some signals that our audience can look out for to realize, hey, like, I got to make some changes or else I'm not going to reach my goals or maybe even go out of business?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing is that paid acquisition or that at least ability to acquire leads or customers, right? If you don't have, I always teach, if you don't have that, then you have more of a hobby than a business, right? Like the first system, in my opinion, if you want to make $1 million plus business, is to figure that part out. Now, if you're a freelancer or just making some money by yourself and you want to just make 20, 30 grand, it's different, right? And that's a great lifestyle for a lot of people. And I don't want to diminish that. But if you want to really build $1 million plus business, you need a consistent way to acquire the customer, and you really need to focus on that. I think that's one of the most important things. And then I think the second thing around that is building an actual ecosystem around it. So once you've figured out some sort of product to sell and a consistent way to acquire a customer, you then need to figure out, well, how do I build the community, the brand, the loyalty, upsell, cross-sell, ascend people, offer a great service, and all of those things.
So, Rudy, you're obviously very well versed. You're an expert when it comes to AI. There's a lot of noise out there around it, though. So what can we do to focus on the signal as opposed to getting caught up by the next shiny object?
Sure. I think there's two sides of AI. I think there's the tech enablement, there's the more advanced sophistication around AI. And then I think there's what I call more like the entrepreneur's AI. And I'm more on the entrepreneur's AI, and then I have tech teams that are doing more of the techie stuff, right? But I think for the most entrepreneurs, the entrepreneur's AI is the ability to use AI to make everyday life easier, to get more output, and to be able to do more as an entrepreneur within your business, whether you're a solo entrepreneur, a freelancer, or you have a team. So for me, I think where the low hanging fruit and the big potential for AI is really looking at content creation, lead generation, follow-up systems, all copywriting, and anything around marketing that lets you do more marketing, better marketing, or faster marketing. Because if you can do those three things, you're going to be more successful in your business.
So you have a mastermind, you're a consultant, you mentor a lot of high performers out there. But in your opinion, what is a question that almost no one ever asks you, but they should because the answer is so crucial?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I get asked a lot around like, people want to know marketing secrets, brand secrets. But I think what I talk a lot about more high level is systems and frameworks and ways to scale. I think a lot of the boring stuff matters the most. Like half of my day as a CEO is operations and frameworks and training manuals and KPIs. So I think more people should ask like, what is the best systems and frameworks that can revolutionize an entire department? Or, that's what I think I do. I think I've started to do well in my companies because I got up to, over 10 million, around 100 staff. And I realized we were just like working so hard, but inefficiently because we really didn't have like solid frameworks in place. And I was just trusting everyone to figure it out and do their jobs, which sadly doesn't happen. So now we've kind of took a step back and we're kind of doing the McDonald's, what I call the McDonald's model, where 90% of my business are going to be like McDonald's workers, where they just follow a system and framework we built. So to answer the question, I think the question should be, what are some hidden systems or frameworks that can really transform a business?
So, Rudy, you have hundreds of people on your staff, yet you still leverage Fiverr. And I'm curious as to why and to what capacity.
Sure. I actually, I think probably my first ever hire was Fiverr. In terms of like, I remember trying to do everything like in my early days when I was 19, 20, trying to learn Photoshop. And, when I launched my first fitness business, I was actually getting like ebook designs and things like this was 10 years ago or whenever, right? Like before it was like super well known. And I would look to go back and find my account, like basic video editing. And I send all my members, I recommend to go on it now because it's like, I actually did a live training, thousands of people on it, and I taught them how to write a sales page with AI. And then I pulled up Fiverr on the screen share, and I said, "Here's where you go and hire a designer for $100 to now bring it to life." And about 100 of them did it the next week. So, it's an incredible tool and an incredible way to to just get stuff done. Like I teach entrepreneurs, you should do what you're great at. You shouldn't be designing stuff. You shouldn't be doing tech bits. Like, again, last week, I literally sent hundreds of people there to get their Facebook Pixel installed because I'm like, I don't even know how to install my Facebook Pixel. And I'm one of the best in the world at Facebook ads. I've been running ads since they started. And I still don't know how to do it because I refuse to learn. So set boundaries for yourself. And most of the things that you're wasting time on right now, go to Fiverr for because that's what I've been doing for years.
Let's stick with that for a moment because I heard you say this before. You'd rather focus on who, not how. Can you talk about how that applies to leveraging Fiverr as well?
Yeah, the who not how saying is a famous business saying where all successful entrepreneurs, CEOs, and business builders understand most of the questions when you're sub a couple of $1 million is how. When you become more successful, the question changes to who. And I only wish I got taught this earlier. So if you're listening to this, learn to ask who, not how. So whenever you can, I need to design a page. The sub $1 million or the sub millionaire goes, how do I design a page? And they go on YouTube and Google and Google it. The post millionaire successful people go, who can I find to design the page for me? So 90% of your questions that you're now trying to figure out wasting time learning, which you shouldn't be, can be replaced with who can do this. And a lot of those answers lie on Fiverr, right? And we still go there now to find people to transcribe an audio clip into a book, or to write some YouTube SEO. We were on there the other day. Even though I have 9 graphic designers, we're launching more YouTube stuff. So I said, let's go on there and find some good YouTube thumbnail designers, because I don't, I want to find people that's all they do all day. So it's always the who, not the how.
Rudy, I want to say thanks again for inviting me to be a guest on 60 Day Hustle, your new reality show. Can you unpack what that means to the audience?
For sure. Yeah, this is a very exciting show designed to really show the first stage of entrepreneurship and what it really takes. And as the word suggests, hustle, right? Like, I think one of the biggest problems in the world today is people see millionaires and entrepreneurs and think we got lucky, we were born into it, we're arrogant, blah, blah, blah. But no, we're actually really normal people that just have really big goals and dreams, believe in ourselves, and then give up everything to bring it to life. So the show really demonstrates that in that early phase, and hopefully it inspires millions of people to take up entrepreneurship just like me and you have. And obviously during the show, we were guiding some beginner entrepreneurs and, also judging them on their ability to go through these different business marketing challenges I set on them. And obviously it was awesome having you as one of the judges, and also helping feature their story and their brand and their business through all of what you do. So, super excited for it. And it was great to have you there.
So, Rudy, you had this reality show. You're giving away $250,000 in cash prizes. Did you feel any hesitation about offering that big of a prize? What was the motivation to really help someone out to that degree?
I think it's it's life changing. But it makes it exciting. The 60 days isn't easy. A lot of them are giving up a lot. And I think it's a great prize because it combines cash infusion, capital, right, which a lot of companies need, with mentorship and all the connection side. So I think it's really cool because I'm excited to see, under the right guidance and if they follow the right steps, to really see what they can achieve with that over the next year or two. Look, I think these brands have such great potential that it's, honestly, it's just a privilege and an honor to be able to give at least one of them, if not all of them, a helping hand in their journey. And they're just like I was 10 years ago, right? Big goals, big dreams. And it's really, really, really exciting for me to just guide them on the right path.
So before I let you go, where can we watch this show so we can root for our favorite?
Sure. So the show will be aired on Amazon Prime, 60 Day Hustle, this summer 2024. So excited to, really get another entrepreneurial show out there. I know there's a couple of big ones and they've inspired millions of entrepreneurs. So if I can just do a piece of that and inspire more entrepreneurs to build great products and help change the world and help people live out their dreams, then that's all I want to do.
Awesome. Thanks.